Very good morning, my dear students. I am very happy to be here with you in this video lesson. Today we are going to study about the present perfect tense passive form. Before starting the passive form, we can see the present perfect tense. What is present perfect tense and in which situations we can use the present perfect tense. In case the present perfect tense is a grammatical combination of the present tense and the perfect aspect. In present perfect tense, we have divided into three forms of sentences such as affirmative, negative, interrogative. In affirmative, we have formed the sentences like subject plus has or have plus verb 3, the past participle of the verb, plus object. For example sentence, I have eaten an apple. In the negative sentence, subject plus has or have plus not plus verb 3, the past participle of the verb, plus object. Example, I have not eaten an apple. Here we have footnote between have and eaten. Like this you can make sentences. In interrogative form, we add the question word first. Here these are the question word, has or have. Then we put subject, then verb 3, the past participle of the verb, plus object. Example, have I eaten an apple? Okay, you have already studied the present perfect tense the previous years and you know everything, even though we can see some situations where we used in the present perfect tense. The first one, the present perfect tense is used to describe an activity that took place in the past and extends to the present. Example, my cousin has lived in London for 10 years. In these sentences, we can see my cousin moved to London 10 years before and also he is still living there. So, this is extends to the present. And the second situation, the present perfect tense is used to express situations which happened in the past regardless its time. For example, he has worked at the company. And third one, it is used with just to describe for recently completed action. Recently completed actions we have, for example, she has just completed her work. And fourth one, the present perfect tense is used with lately, recently, yet, already. These are the adjectives. We can use the present perfect tense with these adjectives. For examples, he has lately known the fact. He has lately known the fact. Other one, the plane hasn't arrived yet. The plane hasn't arrived yet. And the next one, they have left already. Here already is adjective and we are using present perfect tense with already. And last one, a lot of buildings have come up here recently. Here we use the present perfect tense with recently. And the fifth one, we can use with a word or phrase denoting an incompleted period of time such as today, this week, month, year. Example, have you seen her today? Here today is an incomplete period of time. And the last one we can use with for and since to indicate a period of time extending to the present. Examples, we have lived here for the last 5 years. Here for is used for indicating a period of time. For example, last 5 years or for 5 years or for 10 years. And another example is I have studied medicine since 2016. Here since is used for indicating a particular time. here 2016 is a particular time, so I have studied medicine since 2016. Okay, now we have studied what is present perfect tense and in which situations we use present perfect tense. Now we are going to move into the present perfect tense passive. Present perfect, already you have studied passive in another tenses like present tense or past simple past or simple future, something like that. Today we are going to study about present perfect tense passive. In present perfect tense active voice, there is a sentence formation subject plus have or has plus verb 3, that is past participle, then object plus object. In these active sentences we can notice subject have has plus verb past participle then object. Like that, when we converting passive voice, when we converting active voice into passive voice, this subject comes at the place of object, and this object comes at the place of subject. So we notify the what is subject and what is object and what is the verb formation. Then we make the sentences. Object in the passive voice, object, then we put be form. Be form means have or has. In the object singular we can use has, and if the object plural we can use have. Then we put been, then plus verb 3, the past participle of the verb. Then you can add by, then subject. This means the doer of the action. Who is going to do this action? Okay. Here when we converting passive voice, the subject changes as the objects. Subject changes as the object. When subject changes as the object, I becomes me. I becomes me. Then we becomes us. They becomes them. But you remains you. He becomes him. She becomes her. It remains it. Name remains name. When we converting into active into passive, subject will be changed like this. Okay, let's see some examples and structure in affirmative sentences. He has written a letter. This is an affirmative sentence and in active voice. We want to change it into passive voice. Here, he subject has written the verb, has plus past participle of the verb. Here past participle of the verb write is written. Then the object, already we have studied the subjects comes at the place of object and object comes at the place of subject. So he goes to the place of subject and a letter comes to the place of subject. A letter, here a letter is singular. So we can use has. Then we put been, then third form of the verb written. A letter has been written by him. Like this, we can see an example for plural objects. Here they have written letters. They have written letters. Here letters is object and it's a plural subject. So it comes as the subject. We have to add have. We have to add have. Then verb plus verb 3 object. Here when we change into the passive, they becomes them, letters become subject, this is the object, then it becomes here subject. Letters have been written by them. Okay, let's see some example for affirmative sentences. I have eaten a mango. In the passive voice, a mango has been eaten by me. You have played volleyball. Volleyball has been played by you. We have sung songs. Songs have been sung by us. They have arranged a meeting. A meeting has been arranged by them. He has drunk water. Water has been drunk by him. She has written letters. Letters have been written by her. Dia has sold vegetables. Vegetables have been sold by Dia. In all the present perfect passive form, these things never change. In all the affirmative sentences or negative sentences or interrogative sentences, these all are same. Okay, now move to the negative sentences. In negative sentences, when we see in active voice, he has, already we have seen in the previous slides, he has not written a letter. This is the structure of an active sentence. Subject plus has plus not, verb 3, the past parts of the verb plus object. This is the structure of an active sentence. When we change into the passive, like we already studied, subject comes as the object and object comes the place of the subject. A letter, so here is the object, this comes here as the subject. A letter, the letter is singular, so we put has. A letter has not been, this is the negative form. A letter has been, a letter has not been written by him. Likewise, another sentence, they have not written letters. Here also the structure of a sentence, subject have, we put have here because the subject is plural. So they have not written letters. And this is the object. Here this is also plural noun. So letters, the subject comes at the place of the subject. So letters, here we put have, because letters is a plural noun. So letters have not been. Not been means negative form. Letters have not been written by them. Okay, let's look at the examples for negative sentences. I have not eaten a mango. I have not eaten a mango. When we converting into the passive, a mango has not been eaten by me. Here I becomes me. The next sentence, you have not played volleyball. You have not played volleyball. Volleyball is here, volleyball is the object. Here it comes as the subject. Volleyball has not been played by you. You remains you here. We have not sung songs. Songs have not been sung by us. They have not arranged a meeting. They have not arranged a meeting. A meeting has not been arranged by them. He has not drunk water. Water has not been drunk by him. She has not written letters. Letters have not been written by her. Dear has not sold vegetables. Vegetables have not been sold by Dear. These are the example sentences. Okay, now let's see the interrogative form. Interrogative, you know what is interrogative form? Interrogative form means question form. There are two question forms, WH question forms and yes or no question forms. Here we want to change into the passive voice. In the active voice, this is the structure of the interrogative form. Form of yes or no question. Have I eaten a mango? Here I is the subject, so we use have as the auxiliary verb. So have I eaten a mango? When we converting into passive, mango comes as the subject and mango is a singular, so we have put has. Has a mango been eaten by me? Have you played volleyball? Has volleyball been played by you? Has volleyball been played by you? Here volleyball comes as the object, then when we converting into passive, it becomes as the subject. So volleyball is a singular noun, so we put has. Has volleyball been played by you? Here you, the subject you becomes as, remains as you. Have we sung songs? Have we sung songs? Have songs been sung by us? Have they arranged a meeting? Has a meeting been arranged by them? Has he drunk water? Has water been drunk by him? Here he becomes him. Has she written letters? Here letters plural object, so it becomes as a subject. Here also it is plural, so we can put have. Have letters been written by her? Has Dia sold vegetables? Have vegetables been sold by Dia? Okay, now we can see the another question form, WH questions. In passive voice also, WH question, the question word becomes comes at the beginning of the sentence. WH question word plus have plus the subject. Here I put I, we, do, they. It depends on the subject. Then plus past participle. WH question word have plus I, we, you, they, then plus past participle. For example, what have they done? Here what is WH question word and have, we put have, and they here this is subject, so they is the plural subject, so we can put have. What have they? This is the verb 3, third form of the verb or past participle of the verb. And another example, WH question word plus has plus he or she or it. Here we mention the singular subjects plus past participle, and you must put question mark. Example for this singular subject, where has he gone recently? Where has he gone recently? This is the WH question word has. Why we put here has? Because he is the singular subject, so we put has. Where has he gone? This is the verb 3 and this is the adverb. Where has he gone recently? This is the interrogative sentence, interrogative active sentence, and when we converting into passive, also WH question word, then the subject comes as the object, then have or has. It depends on the object. Whether it is singular, we can put has. It is plural, we can put have. Object plus have or has plus been plus past participle. Have or has plus been plus past participle. For example, for a passive sentence, this is the question word. Which works have been completed? After that you can put the doer of the action, or it's not necessary for all the time. Which works have been completed? This is the question word, WH question word, and this is the subject. In the here active sentence it is the object, and passive sentence it becomes as the subject. Which works have. Here works means plural subject, so we put have, then we put been plus verb 3, the past participle of the verb. Which works have been completed. Okay, now we have come to the end of the lesson, and at last there is an activity. Change the following sentences from the active into passive voice. Okay, can you change? Okay, you can try yourselves, and now I can give you 1 minute, you can change. Okay. Okay, let's see. Here they have cleaned the classroom. They have cleaned the classroom. This is the active sentence. You have to change into passive voice. Here they, first we want to identify what is subject, what is object, and what is the verb. Here they is the subject. This is verb 3, auxiliary verb plus verb 3, have plus cleaned the classroom. This is the object. So already we have studied object comes at the place of the subject. Object comes at the place of the subject. So the classroom have, the classroom have or has. The classroom is a singular noun, so we put has. The classroom has. Next, what we put? Been. The classroom has been. Then we put verb 3, the past participle of the verb. The classroom has been cleaned by them. The subject they becomes them. The classroom has been cleaned by them. Okay, next sentence. She has written many books. She has written many books. Here what is the subject? She is the subject. What is the object? Object is many books, and this is the verb. Has plus past participle of the verb. Here she is singular, so we put has. And now when we converting into passive, here object comes as the subject. So many books comes as the place of subject. Many books. Many books singular or plural? Plural. So we put have or has. Have. Many books have. Then what should we put? Been. Have been. Third form of the verb, written. Written by whom? By her. Many books have been written by her. And the next sentence, has the surgeon performed the operation? Has the surgeon performed the operation? Here also you want to identify the subject, object, and the verb form. Here the surgeon is subject, the operation is object, and has plus performed is the verb. So when we converting into the question passive voice, the question word becomes first. So the operation is the object, this becomes as the subject. So the operation has or have. Has is this a singular subject, so we put first has. Has the operation, has the operation been performed by the surgeon? Has the operation been performed by the surgeon? Okay, next sentence, have the customers paid you? Have the customers paid you? Here what is the subject? The customers. And what is the object? You. Have the customers paid you? Here you comes at the place of the subject. So you is considered as a plural noun. So you have or has. Have. So have. In the question form we put question words first. Have you been paid? Third form of the word paid. Have you been paid? By whom? By the customers. The fifth one, someone has finished the report. Someone has finished the report. Here someone is subject, the report is object, and the verb is has finished. Has plus past participle of the verb, finish. So it becomes as a subject. The report, the report singular or plural? Singular subject. So we put has. The report has. In the passive form of the present perfect tense we must put been. The report has been finished by someone. Here you can omit this also. It's not necessary. The last one, Dr. Raja has not treated all the patients. Dr. Raja has not treated all the patients. This is the negative sentence, active sentences of negative sentence. Dr. Raja has not treated all the patients. Here Dr. Raja subject, has not, this is the verb form, negative verb form, and all the patients are object. All the patients is object. So object comes as the subject. Okay, the last one, Dr. Raja has not treated all the patients. Here also we can identify the subject, object and the verb. Dr. Raja is the subject and has not treated is the verb 3. This is the negative form, has plus not treated, and all the patients is object. Likewise object comes as the subject, all the patients, all the patients singular noun or plural noun? Plural, all the patients. So we put have. It is the negative sentence, so we put not, then been. All the patients have not been, third form of the verb, treated by Dr. Raja. Dr. Raja has not treated all the patients. So when we converting into passive, all the patients have not been treated by Dr. Raja. Okay, we have completed our lessons. So I hope you all are clear about this, and you want to do the exercises in your textbook also. Thank you very much. Keep learning. Goodbye.